Love hurts. We've heard this so often that it's become cliché. But what if it's not just a poetic exaggeration? What if love and pain are not opposites, but twins? Think about it. To love is to open, to crack the rib cage of your soul and say, "Here, take this." Break it gently if you can, and most of the time, it will break. Not always because of betrayal or abandonment, but because love, by its very nature, demands pain. Why? Because to love is to attach, to entwine your identity, your hopes, your stories with another being. And what is attachment if not vulnerability dressed in longing? In loving, you gamble your peace for something higher, more transcendent. But with it comes the terror of loss, the sting of rejection, the agony of impermanence. And yet, we keep doing it. We love knowing we will suffer. We love despite the wounds, sometimes because of them. This is the paradox. Love is the source of our deepest joy and our deepest suffering. But maybe that's the point. In Buddhist philosophy, suffering, dukkha, is not a mistake. It's the gateway to awakening. Pain sharpens awareness. It peels back illusions. It humbles the ego. And nowhere is this truer than in love. Because only in love do we come so close to the rawness of being. Only in love are we stripped bare, left trembling in the presence of the unknown. That ache you feel when someone leaves, that jealousy, that fear, that heartbreak, those are not signs of weakness. They are signs that you risked something real. You stepped out of the numbness of modern life. You let your soul speak, however briefly, in a world addicted to masks. In that way, pain is proof that you lived, that you dared. But there's something deeper, more ancient at play here. In mystical traditions, Sufism, Christian mysticism, even tantric philosophy, pain is not the enemy of love. It's the refiner, the fire that burns away selfishness, the sorrow that teaches surrender, the longing that draws us closer to the infinite. Rumi, the 13th century Sufi poet, said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." In other words, pain doesn't destroy love, it reveals it. It reveals how deeply you can feel, how much you're willing to give, how much of yourself you're willing to lose, just to taste the sacred. Because real love is not comfortable. It's not soft music and candlelight and hand-holding under the stars. Real love is work. Real love is chaos. Real love is choosing someone even when your ego screams to run. Real love is staying when your wounds beg to shut down. That's where the beauty lies. Not in perfection, not in the fantasy, but in the brutal honesty of two people trying to love through their brokenness. Pain, then, is not the failure of love. It is its teacher. It teaches you where you're still afraid, where you haven't healed, where you still seek to possess rather than to honor. And if you let it, pain will humble you. It will burn away the fairy tale and leave you with something far more real. A love that isn't about getting, but about giving. Not about holding on, but about witnessing. Not about owning someone, but about freeing them. Because the truth is, we don't belong to one another. We are only ever visitors in each other's lives. Temporary, fleeting, sacred. And maybe that's why it hurts so much. Because we want to make permanent what is by nature transient. But here's the secret. The pain of love is also its power. You hurt because you felt. You ache because you cared. And if you're willing to sit with that pain, not numb it, not run from it, but truly sit with it, it will alchemize you. It will stretch your heart. It will crack your armor. It will make you softer, wiser, more alive. So the next time love breaks you, don't close. Don't harden. Don't become cynical. Instead, break open. Because pain is not the end of love. It is the doorway. And through that doorway, if you walk with courage, you'll find something waiting that no one talks about. A deeper kind of love, not the one that thrills and fades, but the one that endures, the love that forgives, that sees you in your mess and stays anyway, that asks nothing but gives everything. That kind of love is forged in the fire, and only those who've suffered for it truly understand its worth. Because in the end, love isn't about escaping pain, it's about transforming through it. Let it undo you, let it reshape you, because only the undone can truly love without illusion. And maybe that's what we're here for, not to avoid the breaking, but to become beautiful because of it.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.